Good morning. Welcome to your Monday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, America's kick-ass coach and psychologist. Here with some words of wisdom to get us rolling. And I love this card. It suits a whole lot of things right now. So our card comes from the Wild Offerings deck by Tosha Silver. And I ended up rearranging all of my decks on the shelf so that I have less of an idea of where they all are, and I think we're going to get some fresh ideas coming here. This is a really pretty card. It has all manner of beautiful flowers on it, and our word is solitude. Solitude. So, good morning, CJ. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. Here comes my dog to tell me that Grandpa's home with the trailer. I know that. All right, so a couple of nice deep breaths. Just to settle into right here, right now. TJ will just sing in the background for us. Then welcome to whomever else has popped on. Your name isn't popping up, but glad you're here. Solitude. Solitude. So let's see what it has to tell us. Good morning, Deb. Glad you are here. Once you embrace the inner divine and your own sacred solitude, the right people arrive at the right time, exactly on schedule, without forcing or chasing. So I was reading a article yesterday, and she was talking about the joy that she feels when she goes on adventures by herself, whether it's, she's a journalist, so whether it's an assignment she has, or taking a few days, little vacation. Now he's going to put the tractor on the trailer, and the dog's probably going to light off big time, but we'll see. So, but her journeys by herself, and how if she's alone at home, oftentimes that feels lonely because she has a family, and when no one's around, she's aware that they're not there. On the other hand, when she travels for an assignment, or she chooses a vacation herself. Good morning, Samantha. Glad you are here. Then she feels this beautiful solitude. And she talked about one specific time that stood out in her mind. Deb says this is really connecting for her. Awesome. Good, good, good. Which was, she was on an assignment in rural Iceland. Can't get much more remote than that, can you? And she was walking across the little town where she was staying from the diner to the little cabin where she was, and how still everything was. There was a storm going on, but she still felt still. So, and arriving at the place where she was staying, and how warm and inviting and cozy it was. There's so many of us who are unwilling or afraid to do that, to go somewhere on our own, to just even something small. I'm going to go to the park today and sit on a bench by myself and just watch the world. Or I have tons of people I know who will say, well, I can't walk into a restaurant by myself. If I didn't walk into a restaurant by myself, I'd never get to go out. So where do you put in unnecessary barriers that keep you from experiencing this beautiful variety of solitude? When we are alone, when we take time by ourselves, then we can hear that still inner voice. Then we can connect with the spirit that guides us and continue to move in the direction that's in our highest and best good, as opposed to we're around so many people, they're making suggestions of where we ought to go, what we ought to do, etc., etc. Many women run into this. Good morning, Linda. Glad you are here. Many women run into this when their partner dies and they've never picked a restaurant in their life. They've never made a decision about, well, here's what I want to do, here's what I like, etc., etc. So here, this card is encouraging us. It is exhorting us to make choices to spend some time in solitude. Maybe spend some time with a journal. There was one exercise that I did, I don't remember who the proponent was of this idea, but we went on vacation. Every year we would go to Kelly Lake and rent this old farmhouse, and the kids would play and whatever. Greg would putter, and so, but the choice was go without any books. Ooh. Oh my goodness, go without books. Holy cow. I did it. And it was an interesting thing. Would I say I would do that every time I leave? No. But for that particular time, it was very interesting. I had to rely on myself. I had to make more decisions about how to engage with the world around me. Instead of disappearing into a book, I was present more. I think I'm going to walk around the lake. That was about a 2.5-mile walk. I think I'm going to sit and watch the kids play with the canoe. I'm going to take the canoe myself across and back. Whatever. Much more engaged because I wasn't disappearing into books. Again, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Hi, Beth. Glad you're here. But how do you experience solitude? Where do you experience solitude? When do you choose to be alone? Driving in the car can be a place to practice your solitude. Leave the radio off. Be with your thoughts. Just be still and quiet. See what happens. Again, if you're driving in rush hour traffic, that's probably not going to be so easy. But if you're out on country roads somewhere just ambling along, cool beans. Solitude. Solitude. I'm going to read the card again, right? Once you embrace the inner divine and your own sacred solitude, the right people arrive at the right time, exactly on schedule, without forcing or chasing. So again, this is different than loneliness. This is aloneness, but it's a positive emotional state. So I would like us all, not just for today, not just for the week, maybe the month. A month would be a good trial. Choose some times of solitude. When and where can you put that into your routine? Some times of solitude. Like right now, I'm going to have some solitude because my dad is going to mow my brother's lawn since my brother's lawnmower blew up. So my dad was all excited that he gets to go mow a lawn. Oy, at one with the mower. I, on the other hand, am going to have some quiet time. I'm going to make my cacao. I'm going to sit and be. I'm going to listen to the birds. The robins are really chirping today. So where will you fit in some solitude? Some time just for you to be with that sacred space within. I'd love to hear some comments on this because, again, I think it's something we tend not to invest in, and it's such a valuable investment. Have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Again, a couple of things. If you would like to receive these YEMIGs, early morning intuitive guidances, by email so that you have options to watch them at different times and you don't have to hunt on my Facebook page to find them, you can send the word yes to Bonnie@empowermentandpurpose.com. And I just want to pique your curiosity a bit too. I think I have a couple of new ideas for things I'm going to be offering, so keep an eye peeled for that too. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.